Okay, so in prep for Fast and Furious 9, we thought we'd come up with an idea to go through from 1 to 8. Not long, don't worry, 10 to 15 minutes. Stay with us. But first of all, just quickly, like, subscribe, at Weekly Cut on the socials, Insta, Twitter, and obviously you're here on YouTube. But should we just dive straight in number 1? We don't want to keep him here too long.
No, I suppose so.
And we don't want to keep Connor here too long. Right, so, Fast and Furious, or should I say The Fast and Furious. First one begins a simple story, but brilliant, as I'm sure we're all going to say in a second, of the street racing LA crew run by Kingpin, I'm calling him Kingpin of the racing circuit, Dominic Toretto, outstanding character. This crew also partake in illegal activities, hijacking trucks full of stolen DVD players. Fact.
Yeah.
Sign of the times, that, innit?
Using their souped-up Honda Civics with neon green light. Looks great.
Brilliant.
New kid on the block, Brian O'Connor, great name. Ends up working his way into this crew, but Brian has a secret. He's an undercover cop.
It's the most undercover cop name, though. Brian O'Connor.
Brian O'Connor. Brian gets in too deep, and at the end of the movie, when it's revealed he's a cop, he lets Dom go.
Powerful moment.
That's the crux of the story. 20 seconds in.
That's poor cop. Poor policeman.
You're fouled instantly.
Yeah.
So, just what's your thoughts on the film, first of all?
Great film. No complaints. I like it.
Can't wait for you to.
It wasn't. Do you know what? I agreed. Great film, really good. Something different for the time. But I watched a YouTube video the other day specifically about the first one, and there's hardly any CGI stuff. So there's a bit at the end, when they're actually trying to rob the truck, and Brian tries to help. What's his name? Is it Vince?
Yeah, Vince.
He gets tied up, and behind the scenes, they're actually jumping between the cars and stuff. So it sense of realism, which is where this franchise goes away from. But yeah, no, liked it.
Swiftly realism goes.
What's the best moment in that?
Best moment in that for me, it probably is the truck scene at the end. I think the Honda Civics moving in like formation and stuff.
Yeah,
it was different.
Oh no, go on.
So before that, you just had the. The race was all right. Wasn't great. It was too soon, which becomes a running joke, and stuff like that. Well, not a joke, but a running thing. So in the film, there wasn't actually that much. Johnny Tran, the villain, or one of the Chinese triad.
Maybe
triads, I don't know. Yeah. They shoot up his car for no reason, just for being in their territory. Or whatever. There's not really much to it, although I do think the story's great. But for me, it's the ending. I did thought that was, as Craig said, add a lot to it. Yeah. What was yours?
My favourite moment is because I love the car. His Dodge Charger, him and Paul Walker at the lights, doing the race. Obviously, narrowly missed the train, but then out of nowhere, the truck comes. That's a cool. It's a really cool stunt, and it's, like we said, not CGI, actually done for real. That car flipping over and crashing. Obviously, Vin Diesel gets out with just a bit of a limp,
unscathed, which
a bit of a shoulder
comes up a lot.
Oh yes, of course, yeah. But yeah, really good moment.
What about you,
I think mine's a train scene as well. When he misses a train.
Yeah, it's cool.
That gets my thumbs up.
Yeah, quarter mile of race in it. They keep saying throughout the films.
Yeah. Quarter mile of a time.
Yeah, brilliant. Mm-hmm. Okay,
no complaints.
Okay,
yeah,
good start.
Now here we go.
Okay, so Too Fast, Too Furious. I actually writ here. It's almost a parody of itself. This film, when you think about it, bear with me. It starts off with Brian O'Connor, who's now in Miami, and it's an actual street racer. So he's moved on quick. He's best mates with Ludacris, aka Tej, in the films.
Yep.
One night, picked up by the FBI, the agency asked him to go undercover again, even though he failed the first time, but they want him back. Saying yes to the job on one condition: he gets to recruit boyhood friend Roman Pierce, played by Tyrese Gibson. Yeah. And then, so Roman and Brian have to transport the cash for this drug lord across Miami, being chased by the entire Miami PD. One last thing to mention, Eva Mendes is in this film, and the reason I just started is because she looks fantastic.
I was about to say that's my favourite moment.
My God. This was prime Eva.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they get close. Old Brian, of course, he's good looking, she's good looking. But the drug lord knows all along she's undercover as well. So that was, again, she's useless.
Yep.
They need to really recruit better, the FBI.
It's poor. Yeah, it's poor.
In the end, Roman and Brian, in an effort to save Eva Mendes, bring down the bad guy and fly their car into a yacht. End of movie.
That still, it's okay. Because
I believe okay.
Because it's not so far-fetched. So for me, it's still fun.
I agree. I actually quite like it. I find it weird that Vin Diesel weren't back.
Strange.
Yeah.
But then, it's a good film. I really like it. And Eva Mendes, that was it. Very good. That reveal at the back of the truck when she comes out.
Yeah.
My favourite part of the film, although it's hilariously ended is the scene with the rat on the stomach.
Oh, yeah. Burning.
When they're torturing him, and they go like, when the rat realises there's no way to go, it will have to go south into his stomach.
Yeah.
And then he's screaming, this guy, and he's screaming, oh my God, get him off me. And at the end, he agrees to give them a 10-minute window for them to escape for the cash, Brian and Roman. But then when they pull off the champagne bucket, there's like 2 scratches.
Yeah, it's not much, is it?
So I don't know what he was screaming as if Alien was bursting out of him, like and it was hilarious. But I think it's okay personally.
Yeah,
I do.
It's fun. I must say that I'm not sure what film it is, but Ludacris is playing Tej, not Ludacris. At one point, Ludacris is playing on the radio.
Yeah, it is.
So does Ludacris exist in this universe? I don't know.
Let's not
That's
question.
the least
Because if we start
craziest
doing that now, the rest of this is going to get worse.
Yeah, we're not questioning anything here, guys. Right, okay, on to, I guess, Tokyo Drift. We've got to do it. So, I've literally got 3 things to say. This is how mad this is. So, this film sees new character Sean Boswell and his extremely southern accent moves to Tokyo for no reason at all. Sean wants to race the Prince of Tokyo after 11 minutes of getting off the plane. Turns out they don't drive here, they just drift. So he's already in a spot of bother. But when he realises he can't drift, he trains with Han, who we'll get on to later, and Bow Wow for some reason is in the film. And in the end, they have a race to Witch Mountain, drifting. And he wins the girl and beats the prince.
What's that stand for?
End of
Donkey
movie.
Kong?
Yeah, I don't like this one.
I do like this one.
Why do you like it?
Because it's racing.
The only thing I like is the music.
Wonder if you know.
That is the top draw, but I don't like it.
But it's film about racing, car racing, which is what they're doing. So it stays true to the film.
He has a good point. The others do go more into the undercover cop. I think this is a racing film, fair. And I just don't like him. He's crap actor.
He is, yeah.
It's an awful... I mean, he's back in Fast 9, which we'll get on as well.
God, yeah.
But it's... I mean, he'll be in it for 11 seconds, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't know what they went with this character. I read somewhere today, apparently they was going to do something of an anthology, and this is what that's going to be the start. And it didn't work out, and they went, actually, should we just crack on with the franchise?
Because they shoved Vin Diesel back at the end of it. That one.
Which is how they try and tangle it back into franchise. But I did read that it was supposed to be anthology from here on out, but then it didn't. And
I forgot to say it when we were talking about the first one. Did you know? I didn't know for about 10, 15 years. There's an after credit scene of the first one.
No.
It's basically, obviously Vin Diesel gets let go, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And at the end of it, after the credits done, it opens back up again, and Vin Diesel's got a new car, a red muscle car, and he's driving through the desert, and it comes up like Mexico. So he's left.
Is that where he's gone then?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I guess that's why he's not in there. Well, because next time you see him, I think he is in Mexico or something like that. With street race in Mexico.
4.
I think it does start in Mexico or Tijuana or something like that.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, there is. Look at it.
Yeah, I will actually. I'd never did
Like
that.
30 seconds, whatever.
Right. Now, this is a good movie. This is Fast and Furious. I've put in here confusingly titled, but it's the 4th instalment.
Yeah.
So where are we? Dom is back, but not for long, as he's decided to leave Letty because the heat is too much. For some reason, these cops really want him, and at this point, I'm not really sure why.
Should nick them DVDs?
Yeah, should
or
nick them-
videos.
yeah,
what it
to be
was.
fair,
How
you
does an
shouldn't.
international fugitive get over to Tokyo anyway?
Yeah, I know.
Fair. Right. So then learning. Sorry. So he's gone. He's on the run. He's left Letty and his crew because it's too much heat. Learning the news, Letty's died. Good God. He comes back to seek vengeance. Brian is again back with the FBI after proving himself in Miami in Too Fast and Furious. Dom and Brian end up working together, undercover, to bring down drug dealer Braga, who's a great character. Yeah, agreed. To find out what happened to Letty. Braga has Gal Gadot, aka Wonder Woman, she's there, working for him, and her and Dom become very close. I don't know why Dom turns her down. That's his choice.
Yeah.
She helps Dom find the real Braga in Mexico. There we go. And Dom gets to avenge Letty whilst Brian arrests Braga. Dom stays to help wounded Brian, gets arrested, but not for long. Brian and me are busting out of jail.
It's an ongoing trend throughout this franchise, really, isn't it?
This is not the funny, it gets really bad when I start reading my notes in a second. It's hilarious. But anyway, that's it.
I know I like this one, but I don't remember much of it. I know at the end they're driving through the tunnels, isn't they? Between, that's quite cool when it's all collapsing in and stuff. I don't really remember much from this one though.
It is.
I was getting confused with the next one.
Do you remember this much? One
A little bit. I don't remember much of it.
It is very good because I don't remember watching it the first time. I don't remember Braga. I can't remember the actor's name now. Who comes back up in Fast and Furious 6 or 7, whatever it is. No, 6. He comes back in Fast and Furious 6. He's a very good actor, and this Braga's a good character. And then later on, they meet who they believe is Braga, this suited three-piece, a cartel-looking geezer. But then they whilst going on, the FBI's running a fingerprint that Brian got, and it turns out it's the bloke who hired them for this job, this little runaround person, and he's actually the head of this like cartel.
Yeah.
So it was quite a cool spin.
Twists and turns.
It was quite a pun. Yeah, I know. I did like the story. You could really feel Vin Diesel was good in this, and he was like furious. The guy who killed him is the guy in Boys. You know the what's his name in Boys? You know the big black guy. He's right hand man.
Noir.
Is that his name? No, not Noir. You know the boy,
of course. Yeah,
I can't think of his name now. He's brilliant in it.
Yeah.
Begins with L.
Yeah.
Begins with L or something. Anyway,
Yeah.
Lanza something. But yeah, anyway, so Dom gets to kill him, and they arrest Braga. But this film, I believe, is one of the better films.
I do, yeah.
It's
I need to watch it again, that one, to be fair.
This is the turning point, because there's a line in this which says that the Braga run in a week run more heroin and cocaine than Pablo Escobar.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. What got to say on that?
Ridiculous.
I think it's a great sum up. Let's go on to the next one.
But okay, we all agreed it's a decent one, right?
Yeah.
Fast Furious 5.
Enter the Rock.
Damn right. Okay, so where are we? Brian and Dom and Mia are now on the run. They jet off to Brazil. Why not? You're on the run. Enter Special Agent Luke Hobbs, played by who? Greg.
Jason Statham. No, got it wrong. Shit.
You just said it.
I was thinking too far
That's why
ahead.
I threw it to you.
Yeah, too far ahead.
He's coming, don't worry. So yeah, enter Special Agent Luke Hobbs, who's the best at hunting down bad guys, as they sort of say it, and he is going for these three. Again, like, what the FBI top man for these three. Anyway.
It's overkill.
It is overkill, but they want to do it. And Mia is pregnant with Brian's baby. That's another twist and turn. One of the cars that they pull from earlier in the film has details of a local crime lord's money stash, and then bam, it's a heist movie.
It is very much a heist movie.
Okay, I'll carry on. They reassemble the team. Roman Pierce is back. Gal Gadot, for some reason, is back. Tej, aka Ludacris, is back. Hun is back. And the two random guys that just speak Spanish.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Don't know. I could not tell you their character names.
Nah, not a clue.
Then we move on. They end up getting captured by The Rock and have a great one-on-one fight, The Rock and Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel does actually win.
Yeah.
They end up getting captured by The Rock and are on their way to Hobbs' base. But then, oh my God, it's an ambush. They all die, other than the crew and Rock. So it's a classic vengeance team-up needed here. Of course it is. They end up stealing the money, but not the safe. The entire 10-foot by 10-foot squared safe through the streets of Brazil. And they trick The Rock, keep the money, and The Rock gets vengeance on the crime lord who killed his team. End of movie discuss.
This is where I had enough. This is where
I found
had
that
enough.
hard to read.
Yeah. This is this was the end for me.
This is the end for me. I actually, this is where they start. This is where they start going a bit weird and move away from the racing films, because the last one still sort of is a lot very on top of the racing side of it and using the cars and stuff. This one's more, like you said, a heist movie. But you cannot deny the scene where they're dragging the safe with two cars is fantastic. Really, really
It
good.
is, but it's ridiculous.
This is the turning point, like you said. This is the turning point.
I believe this was the moment every movie fan had to make the choice. Do they stick with it and realise for now where this direction is going in this franchise? Or do they say, I didn't sign up for this and I'm out? And obviously we've got two guys here, Craig and myself, who had that chat and had that decision, and we chose to stick with it. Connor, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I called my dad, spoke to my family. I said,
That's it for me.
Yeah,
that's it, done.
I can't do it. Okay, anything more you want to say? I must admit, I do believe that scene, they even use the safe to take out police cars, and it is fantastic.
I mean, geographically, no, not
logically,
that wouldn't work, because that safe is so heavy, it would just fling both their cars over.
I don't know what they put into them two precision point cars, they call it. I don't know what you
They
could
weigh
have
him down a bit, but
And we
I'm
forget
sorry.
the sleight of hand moment as well, which is so they're magicians too.
Yep.
God's sake.
underneath. So yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, the way they trick the Rock is underneath a bridge. They quickly change a safe, the real safe, with a one that Tej was practicing on earlier in the film, within about 11 seconds or something, or 12 seconds.
Very,
happen
very
to have.
quick.
Yeah. But, okay, fair enough. Okay, Fast and Furious 6.